Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. This is your latest football transfer news. Jules Kounde to Chelsea. How quick has this deal happened? And look, as a United fan who's experienced Fabrizio Romano's transfer updates over this summer and many other summers, I can tell Chelsea fans who probably already know this, you are going to sign Jules Kounde. Personal terms are not a problem. This broke yesterday. It's funny because 2 days ago, even though United had bought Varane, there was talk of us buying another centre-back and Jules Kounde was being mentioned. Very, very quick. I'm very happy with what Manchester United have done with Sancho and Varane, but even though this has been quite quick for United, nothing can compare to Chelsea when they go into a transfer market. They are elite. They're absolutely elite. Liverpool are when they do it as well. It's quick. It's super quick. You don't even know it's happened. It really is amazing. And they're going to get Jules Kounde, who I'm going to talk about in a moment. But the latest from Fabrizio Romano is that this is a deal involving Zuma, Kurt Zuma, and the deal will be around £25 million. So Jules Kounde for £25 million, around 35 to 30 million euros, which is about 25 million pounds. Of course, they're not getting in for 25 million pounds. Zuma's going to go the other way. But what a signing! What speed as well. Yesterday, this sort of broke. Today, the negotiations are going on. He'll be a Chelsea player for the start of the season. And what a signing he is. I think it has been the summer of centre-backs. Going to talk about Liverpool's activity in a minute, bit about Man City, a bit about Arsenal, Chiesa, so on, I guess, as well. But sticking with Kounde, it's funny, at the start of the week, and I hadn't had any information about this, so I'm not going to pretend I did. It'd be good if I did, but I'm not going to pretend that. I did say at the start of the week, with United doing their bits, Chelsea, Man City, expect them to start doing stuff this week. Man City, not yet, but Chelsea, middle of the week, bang, Jules Kounde to Chelsea for 25 million plus Zuma is going to happen. Personal terms are fine. And look, I might be in the minority, I might be in the majority, but I'm not going to sit here and take the piss out of a club that's a rival of United's. That's football. This is a good signing, and I think that I personally wanted United to go for Kounde because I didn't think we could get Varane. Very happy with Varane. I wouldn't want anybody else other than Varane, but if Varane had stayed at Real Madrid, this is the guy I would have wanted at United, Kounde. So you're going to get question marks about him. People are going to say he's only 5'10". That was never a problem for me. Puyol was about the same height from Barcelona. Cannavaro is one of the best centre-backs I've seen. I think he was under 6 foot as well. He can also play right back, and as we know with Chelsea, they're probably going to play with 3 centre-backs. So Kounde as the right-sided centre-back makes a lot of sense. They've been using Reece James there. They'll probably use Kounde in that role. So I think it'll work well. Unlike, the same as anybody, the same as Varane, the same as Kounde, who's gone to Liverpool, who's a good player as well. It has been the summer of the centre-back. We've seen Alaba going to Real Madrid, Upamecano to Bayern Munich, Kounde to Liverpool, Manchester United with Varane, Kounde is going to go to Chelsea, Arsenal are going to get Ben White. But look, there's a lot of centre-backs moving around this summer, and on the serious, I think all those deals won't work. It's impossible that they'll all work. But on paper, I can see Ben White being a good signing for Arsenal. I can see Kounde being good for Chelsea. I can see Varane being brilliant for United. I can see Kounde being a good signing for Liverpool. Maybe Upamecano at Bayern won't work. I don't know. But Alaba at Real Madrid, maybe that won't work. But I think the English clubs have bought well, and I'd be interested to see how they do. But Kounde for Zuma, that's the interesting thing. I've got to say, Look, Rudiger was very impressive last year. Maybe Tuchel's looked at Zuma and said there's something missing there in relation to what I want, and Kounde gives me that. It's a brave move, but Chelsea in the transfer market, they don't mess around. Whether you're a Liverpool fan, a United fan or anybody else, before we move on from Chelsea onto something else, I'll just say what I've been saying for very many years. Chelsea in the transfer market are way better than Manchester United. Even on a good summer, and this is a good summer so far for United, Chelsea have obliterated them by how quick and efficient and ruthless they are. They want Kounde, they're ruthless, they get it done quickly, and they're ruthless in getting rid of Zuma as well. Now, that would be like United getting Varane, but giving Victor Lindelof up as part of the deal. We would never do that. We wouldn't do that because it'd be like, well, Victor had a good season for us last year. We don't want, let's keep him. Whereas Zuma had a good season for Chelsea last year, but Chelsea they do it. They'll spend 70 million on Kepa and then they won't pick him because they'll buy somebody else. They'll bring a manager in and he won't be, you're gone. They'll back Lampard to the hilt and then 4 months later they'll sack him. Chelsea are ruthless and aggressive, and I think that's what you've got to be in the transfer market. And I think Kounde's a good signing. I like Kounde. Again, for me, not a Chelsea fan, but there's a lot of things I like about the way Chelsea have acted in the last sort of year in the transfer market. I know it didn't work out for Lampard. They changed him with Tuchel because they're ruthless. And again, I think Kounde's a good signing, and they're looking at Declan Rice now. And I think they'll go and get Declan Rice. And I think they'll get Declan Rice in the next few weeks. If they want to get him, they will get him. He wants to go there. If Chelsea want him, and I'm hearing from people I trust around Chelsea that they do want him, he wants them, they'll probably go and do that. Kounde, Declan Rice, Man United, Sancho, Varane. I'd say United have had a better summer. But if Chelsea then get the top striker that they're going to get, Chelsea have had a better window than United, unless United go and get a holding midfielder. So it just shows you, if you're Liverpool or Arsenal or Spurs and you're looking at what's going on, United buy Sancho and Varane, Chelsea could have a better summer than that. They could get Rice, Kounde and a top striker. That's better than Varane and Sancho, especially if Pogba leaves. United's good summer could easily be worse than Chelsea's in a couple of weeks' time. And Man City haven't even answered yet. And what are Liverpool doing? Liverpool have got Kounde. They're being linked to Saul Niguez. Apparently United are not in for Saul Niguez. So whether Liverpool can get him, I don't know. Chiesa was being mentioned as a move to Liverpool. This has been refuted by Romano. This is not going to happen. He's not going to leave Juventus. They're not going to sell him. And he's not going to be going to Bayern Munich either. So yeah, I think it's very, very interesting. And of course, on top of all that, you've got not Manchester United, you've got Manchester City. What we said yesterday about Jack Grealish, what we've said about Harry Kane as well, who's also 28 today. Lots and lots of things going on, and I think that we'll just have to wait and see. Chiesa, I just had a thought there about Chiesa. Is he a Juventus player officially? I think he's on there on loan, but he's going to. So he's on loan. He signed a 2-year loan deal with Juventus with a conditional obligation to buy. So he is a Juventus player, yeah. Technically he's on loan, but he will end up at Juventus. So there you go. Make sure you smash a like on the video. Get your comments in below. Should Chelsea be bringing Kounde in and moving Zuma out? There's some Chelsea fans who are not quite happy about that. I think it's ruthless, it's brave, and I think Kounde's a good signing. I do like Zuma though. Interesting what they've done there. Also, Liverpool fans, what are you thinking? Are you getting a little bit nervous? If you can get everybody back, can they compete with what Man City, Chelsea and United, what Man City are going to do, what Chelsea United are doing? And other clubs, give us your thoughts on what's going on. Big deal for Chelsea. 25 million plus Zuma for Kounde. Let's see what happens. And I've dropped the link in the video description for Twitch. I will be on FIFA career mode there this afternoon. Check it out. The first 2 episodes are up on there as well. So give us a follow and catch up with the career mode. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll speak to you in a bit.